But we're going to start by creating a team, right? You're brand new to Asana. You want to make sure that your team has a place where you can all aggregate, you can all create together, you can communicate, and have a central place to go. So we're going to create a team, and we're going to call this team, I like marketing. I love marketing. There's already one. I'm going to call this marketing demo for this example. And so I can choose to add my different members here. So I'm going to add in, we already know Alan and Kelly. Maybe there are a few others. Let's see who else we have here. Beverly, and let's bring in Finn. This is our marketing team. All right. So all these people are going to be receiving a notification that they've been added to this team. And then we're going to add in some projects here in a moment. And they're going to be notified that they've been added to this team, and they have the ability now to navigate throughout this team to see what's at their disposal. All right. By default, we have a public to organization privacy setting. Now, this can be changed if you are an administrator of Asana. This can be changed at the admin level, but you can change this at any point throughout the duration of your Asana usage. I like public to organization because it allows anyone to find the team and join the team. But if you did want to make it private, it would only be accessible to the people that I'm adding here today. Another feature here is where we can set it to membership by request. And so it can be visible in the space, but no one can access it until a team admin, in this case, allows them access. And so let's just keep it public for the time being, and let's create our new team. Now, if we did want to make any changes to anything we just set up, we can come right up here to the chevron and we can edit our team settings. So we can change it to now membership by request. We can then see a list of all of our members. I mentioned team admins. So if I wanted to promote Alan to a team admin, Alan will now be one of the people who, actually, let's go back over here. Let's change it. Okay, we are membership by request. Now Alan will be one of the people who will receive a notification that somebody wants to join the team. So Alan and I would have had to have come up with some kind of conventions or some kind of guidelines to say, if someone requests, why would they need access to this? Are they actually on the marketing team? Are they snooping? And so we can make the decision on whether or not we want to give them access. And so in this case, that's how team admins work. They can make changes to the structure of the team, invite or remove people, or accept those requests as they come in. Now, in the members tab of your team, you're going to, again, see all the different team members, okay? We're going to talk a lot about custom fields today, but we can add different custom fields that if we wanted to add things like cost of that person, or region that that person is in, or their time zone, anything like that, we can add that information here by creating a custom field. By default, you're going to get their job title as it is stated in their profile. Then I'm going to go to the All Work tab. This is where we're going to spend our time and where we're actually going to create our project. So while that's loading up, I'm going to explore the other tabs. In Messages, this is the place where you can send a message to everyone on your team. So if you're using Teams, as in Microsoft Teams or Slack, or you're still sending internal emails, this is a great way to move away from those, right? I'm a firm believer that all of the work and the people and communication around the work should be happening in the place that the work is also happening. And so if we wanted to, share a message, we are now on Asana. Yay, just like that. We can send a message to everyone. Hey team, I'll be setting up our first project. Let me know if you have any issues. Now I'm going to broadcast this message, and it's going to say that 4 people will be notified. Those are the 4 people that I added to my team. Let's go off and send that. And then my team can come in and we can now connect. Now you'll notice this message is not specific to any project or a single task, right? This is a team level communication here, and then our other team members can come in and join in on the fun, leave their little emojis. Great, feeling good, love Asana, can't wait to dive in. All right, let's go back to our All Work tab here now, and let's start adding our projects. So I'm going to create a project from scratch. Here, when we are starting Asana for the very first time, we have a few tools at our disposal. I'm going to walk you through a few of them here before we get to what I actually want to do, which is creating just a blank project. So we can go in and you'll notice across the top, you can click on these different tabs. So if you're just starting out with Asana, I'd recommend exploring some of these templates. There are so many of them based on your use case. They're built based on a lot of the case studies and customers that we've actually, helped get implemented and started on Asana. And so if you're in marketing, you can go to the marketing tab. If you're looking for campaign management, this is how ClassPass does it. Creative requests, if you are a person that, is fielding creative requests, that up until this point, you have been receiving requests via Slack, email, sticky notes, Teams, WhatsApp, anything. This is a great way to centralize all of those requests. So feel free to explore these different templates to see what's available to you. Now, again, you're watching this video, you're getting started with Asana. If you're coming from a world where you use spreadsheets, maybe you use Smartsheet or Excel in your day-to-day, you can import all of that information. So if we wanted to create a new project, I'm just going to call this project demo. It's going to be shared with the team. We can then pull that information in. So if we're coming from PDFs or docs or PowerPoint, or if we have a CSV file, we can drag that in here and the familiar, column and row style will be adopted into Asana, and Asana will kind of take that information and it'll say, great, love what you got here. This is how we can set it up. And it will give you those custom fields already, and it will get you working within just a few minutes. And so if you're getting started, you're a bit concerned about what this could look like, about how to actually get started, take one of your spreadsheets, take a doc that you're used to working out of, import it this way, and just see what Asana gives you. It's going to look very familiar when you first get started. And so don't be intimidated, but that's what I'd recommend if you are coming from a world where you're using spreadsheets or docs. The last thing I'll show you here before we get to the blank project is you can create with AI. So we can give it a prompt, right? We can give it a prompt and we can say, hey, we have a campaign management or event planning. These are some suggestions that it gives you. Or we can give it, just real human-like prompts here. So I need to create a marketing intake project to receive requests from the team for various marketing assets. And we can get started with our chat here. Great, and it said, I'll create a marketing intake project for you to streamline asset requests for your team. This will include a structured workflow, intake form, capture all your necessary details, and so on. And so as you can see, it's starting to create that project. It's got a new request section, in review, in progress, ready for review. I've created and opened the marketing assets request project for you. In the project overview, it's actually given us some information. So if we click over to overview, we can see, or this is the information that will be populated in the description here, the key features of the project as well. It's also created a nice form for us, right? And it's given us some instructions on how to use this. So our form sits up here. We can take a look at this form. We can view this form and submit this form. So what's the asset type? Campaign materials. We can give it some information and we can submit said form. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, Marquis, let's just keep going with this. This is an example. I don't want to get too specific here on what this looks like, but you can go to the project. Actually, let's just go to the project now so that it's there. We can come back to it if we need it. Now I'm going to go back to my team here for a moment, to marketing demo. I'm actually going to star this team now. And you notice in the left-hand side here, we have insights, projects, teams. Watch what's going to happen. Now we have this starred section where anything we star, we want to come back to because it's really important, and we don't want to have to go drill down in all of our different projects and teams having to look for the work that matters to us the most. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will personally respond to every single one of those questions to make sure that you, again, can make the most informed decision for your team. Thank you, as always, for watching. If this is your first time here, thanks for sticking around. I hope you subscribed already because you got some value out of today. And do me a favor, please share this video with someone else on your team who would benefit from the value that was provided today. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.